This book is so interesting. This book right here, it's, I can't stop reading it right now. I just want to just touch on a few points that I thought was very interesting. Um, it talks about the African woman is a direct victim of medical sexism, hysterectomies, abortions, fibroid tumors, rape, petty rape, chemical castration, birth control pills, poor synthetic diets, and scientific racism. The African woman is unprotected and denied her human rights and is given civil rights. Civil rights can be taken away by Congress or the Supreme Court. They are privileges given by whites, Europeans, to former slaves. That's what civil rights are. Something that the white man give you and they can take away at any time they feel like it. Human rights are granted by God and cannot be given by whites or voted upon or taken away. The African American man makes up a large percentage of the military and police forces. This makes him the most highly armed, technically skilled, and combat trained. An African soldier in the world. Yet he stands in awe and fear of white soldiers with the same training. The male African singers and rappers record music that popularize sexual lust instead of marriage and family. This promotes the white racism that is destroying the woman, child, and family technology. He is also a victim of a white racism that has mentally destroyed his human manhood and given him a slave mentality. Ironically, he makes enough money from black exploitation, music, videos, records, sports, acting, commercials, and television to sponsor, but he doesn't. Also, the 13th Amendment in the U.S. Constitution calls for the elimination of slavery and incidents of slavery. Therefore, African Americans not allowed a reparational economic base, land, or to maintain African citizenship suffered from an incident of slavery and have the legal rights to the claims and pay no income tax. The technology of the family is not the only thing for freedom, it is everything in freedom. The family is the root from which the strong tree of Africa grew. The African community first must use the family technology to build positive communities. And we don't hear enough of that. We don't hear enough from these so-called black leaders that promotes family because probably most likely their family is screwed up too. So it's hard for them to sit up there and talk about family when you got people looking at them like, I know he ain't talking about family and he act like this and he does this because we find it out a lot. You know, just like Jesse Jackson. We find out that he had a child outside of his marriage. Come on now, we got to keep it real. And it's hard, And then we was finding out all this stuff about Martin Luther King Jr., which I don't know if it's true or not. So much stuff come out. You're like, what? Who knows? And see, you had the government that was recording all this stuff from Martin Luther King Jr., and then it comes out that he was having extramarital affairs and stuff. Okay, the African family tree gave the world fruits such as science, religion, civilization, nutrition, and community. What the ancient African ancestors have done can be done again. That's the key. It can be done again. We have to get off that plantation. See, they may have physically took us off the plantation, but our minds are still on that plantation. We're still eating the plantation food. We're still acting like slaves. And we still giving the white man too much of our money, of our resources. Going to them for everything. We don't need to go to them for everything. We don't need to go to their help. We have enough help with our African American and our Africans who know more than they could ever know. But we're not going to them for help, for knowledge, for education. No. And what's the first thing they do? Oh, you need to go see a doctor. Oh, you need to go see a psychiatrist. You need to go get some rehab help. That's the worst thing you could do is go to the man and ask them for some help with your drug addiction, because they will do you more harm than good in a lot of cases. Because that's exactly what happened to me. My mother came to me. Now, I told you my family is messed up. They would rather you go to the white man than them try to help you. My mother told me, if you don't go get some help for your drug problem, I'm going to have the white man come take your kids. Okay. I go to the white man and I tell them about my drug problem. They tells me, oh, you need to go get detox for 10 days. Not knowing, it don't take me no 10 days to detox. It don't take me no 10 days to, it would have been all right. Okay. But the problem is, I didn't have no family to take care of my kids for 10 days. Why couldn't I go to outpatient detox? No, because your drug habit is too bad. Okay. Nobody in my family would take care of my kids for them 10 days and wind up taking my kids anyway. And it still took me another 10 years before I finally got off drugs. That's what I'm saying. The family's supposed to be excuse me. It's supposed to be the medicine. But in a lot of cases, 20 million wide is not the case. How many millions of men in prison? Where's their family? Excuse me. I know when I went to prison, my family didn't write me. They didn't come see me. They didn't send me no money. And I remember one time I went. I only went twice, but this the first time I think it was. I don't know. It was first or second time. My mother made my daughter, which had to be about 11, 12, something like that. Um, made her write me, and I was so excited. I got a letter from my daughter and stuff, and I opened it up and I looked at it, scribbling. She just scribbled on the paper and put it in the envelope. And that was it. She just scribbled on that paper and sent it to me. And that was, your connection is unstable. Please wait while we try reconnecting. Well, let me get off of here for listening. And please comment. Thank you.